Since summer is almost upon us, I thought it would be helpful to show you how to apply bronzer to your skin and also to explain the difference between contour and bronzer. I'm in this tutorial applying contour, blush, bronzer, and highlight, telling you where to put each of those, what each of their purpose is, and how to do that. The main difference between contour and bronzer, which is the focus of this video, is that contour is going to be more gray and neutral in tone, it should be, and bronzer is going to be warmer. It may have a little shimmer in there. Contour almost exclusively is matte. The point of contour is to add contour to your face. I'll talk about this more in a minute. And the point of bronzer is to add like a warm summery glow. So they really, while they may look the same on the shelf, they really have two entirely different purposes. So anyway, let's get into the demo. So we'll start with contouring. And the point of contouring is to highlight the angles of your face, or maybe highlight is the poor choice of words, but contouring your face is focusing on the hollows or the contours of your face. So think of it very literally. So under a cheekbone, along a jawline, perhaps at the outside of your forehead here, that's where you would add a contour shade to make it look more dramatic than it may look in real life. So I'm going to do a little bit of that here just to show you what that looks like, and then I'll do bronzers separately. Bronzer's purpose is very different than that of a contour. So I don't have pronounced cheekbones, but a contour helps them look a little bit more pronounced than they actually are. So I'll just pull this contour under my cheekbones, go at the outside of my forehead, and then right along the jawline to just make those areas look more contoured. So I always like to begin with a soft hand. You can build up color, but it's really hard to take away color. And I'm starting under my cheekbones here, just going back and forth until I see a little bit of depth. Then I'll move up to my forehead and finish right along my jawline. So hopefully you're able to see just that action alone added a little bit more dimension to my face. It was otherwise just a flat panel of one color. It was just foundation and concealer. So contour adds some contour. And next we're going to do blush, and then we'll do bronzer. So blush is always focused on the middle of your cheeks. Try not to sweep it up to your temple. That can be a little bit of a dated look. Focus it where you're smiling, right in the middle there. If you want to bring some color to this area of your face, go for a contour instead of a blush, but keep the pink on your cheeks. So now I have contour and blush. I'm going to do bronzer. This is an iconic bronzer. This is Hoola's just original OG bronzer, very loved, very used. They have a light version, and I believe I just saw a dark version as well. I always try and get a big fluffy brush with bronzer, and the point of bronzer here is to add like a sun-kissed glow to your face. Same with contour, you don't want to go overboard here. You can always add more color, but it is almost impossible to take away too much bronzer. So for this, I like to do big circular round strokes, starting on the exterior of my face and working the product inward, but don't cover your whole face with bronzer. Focus on the outside, maybe down the nose a little bit, wherever, if you were laying in the sun, wherever the sun would hit you is where you would get color to your face, so you're just going to mimic that by the use of bronzer. And don't forget your neck and your ears, so you're not two different colors. So I've only bronzed this side of my face, not this side yet, but you can see it just adds a warm, healthy glow. If you choose a bronzer that's too dark, it'll just make your makeup in general look too dark, but a bronzer should just add the type of glow where people would say, have you been on vacation, or have you been tanning? That's all it should do. It shouldn't add contours, it shouldn't add dimension to your face, just warmth. So here's contour, blush, and bronzer. We're gonna finish with a little bit of highlight just to balance everything out. I love the highlight from this Charlotte Tilbury palette, but there are so many great highlighters available. I'm using a more flat, though still fluffy brush, and just hitting the top of my cheekbones, the center of my forehead, and down my nose. That's pretty much the only place I put it. I like a very, very natural, realistic highlight. Nothing too crazy. I don't need you to see me from down the street. I just want to bring some lightness back to my face since I put a bunch of dark or colored products on there. So here's the final look. To me, it looks darker. It may not look like that to you, but I've got all my filming lights on me. It just feels like a warm summer glow, and that's what I was going for.